There is the conditioned self and there is true self. There is the mind and identity, and there is spirit. What we've come to identify as who we are is actually the construction of the mind. The mind has created an identity. We enter this world, and then the mind is trying to understand, who am I? What does that mean? Who are you? What is this world? How does it all fit together? And it creates an identity and it builds one. And it builds certain understandings of the world and what people do and intentions, and it's mapping out this internal world. And that is down to the accidents of birth. That is down to, like you're saying, your family, your cultural experiences, the place and time in this universe that we have this opportunity. The mind will always do that. Then there is true self, which is just consciousness. And the nature of consciousness is love, is truth. The mind says, I need to get everything in place and then I'll feel at peace. The soul says, be at peace, and everything else falls into place. We've been living from our minds for the majority of our lives, though. We've been living from that place, and we've built up armory and we've built up coping mechanisms to navigate. The path is beginning to take off some of that armory, to see that when I connect to truth and love, I will then see what it looks like. You don't need to figure that out. If you can just go down into that place of truth and love, you will see what it will look like. Because one thing we do know is that the mind is a terrible predictor of what will make us happy. It's got all these ideas. My life has to look like this or should look like this, and then I'll be happy. We've got no idea. We've got no idea. We don't even know what's going to happen in 1 minute's time. So to take away all the configurations of the mind trying to choose or map or build or be, a lot of self-improvement is talking about improving who you are or optimizing who you are, which is based on the premise that you are not enough. You're not good enough. You're not whole enough. You're not enough. So you got to do more, change to be better. It's being caught in the same trap. Move away from mind down into consciousness, into that field of consciousness. Tap into that place of love and intuition and move from that place of truth. And then we'll see what it looks like.
So what does that look like in my, I want to be confident because I feel like I'm not yet confident and I would like to be more that way?
This idea that you're not confident is an idea. Take away the illusion and then we'll find truth. The more that we create separation from the mind, we'll just begin to notice, oh gosh, my mind is just saying that I'm not confident. Gosh, my mind has created an identity of who I am. It's got its idea of who Ali is. And we can be curious about that and see it from a distance as if you're observing another person. So what is the identity that my mind has created about Ali? Who does my mind say that Ali is? What does my mind say Ali can do and can't do? Gosh, what does my mind judge that would be inappropriate for Ali to do? We begin to see how the mind created all these preconceived ideas and notions. The more that we create separation from it and we see it and distance from it, we will then just be moving from truth. And the truth is, you are neither confident nor not confident. You just are. You are neither brilliant nor not brilliant. You just are. The mystics would just say, I am. There's no label that we can attach to something which can capture reality. There's no label which can accurately capture ultimate power and love. There's no name for it. It's just pure power and energy. And we'll see where that energy can go. But when we move from that place, even the idea of confident and confident doesn't make sense anymore. It's like, what color is the number 7? That doesn't make sense. That's not who I am. That's not what I am. It's just then more ramblings of the mind. You move from that place of power. All that will happen is there will be unfoldings and you'll just begin to change.
If we turn confidence then into something more concrete, like ability to play fingerstyle on the guitar.
That's an ability.
Yeah.
So you can accurately assess what is my level of ability in terms of playing the guitar.
And I can choose to actively improve that ability or increase that ability if I want to.
Yes.
But if I were to think instead of being confident, which is like almost like a character trait that has a value judgment on it because more confident is generally better as society judges. But instead of it thinking of specific skill of public speaking while doing presentations, specific ability to go up to a pretty girl and talk to her, those are then areas in which I can decide, okay, I actually want to work on my presentation skills. Therefore, I'm going to watch some YouTube videos and do some practice.
Yes.
But I'm not using that as a way of thinking. Therefore, I am currently unconfident, because in a way that also becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Completely. So we can build up individual skills skills. I'd say the key part though is just seeing when the mind is making judgments and being able to see that as just the nature of a mind, which is a tool. Because whenever you live from a place of no mind or just live from a place of presence, you're not even thinking about confidence or not confident. So if I think about me right now, am I coming across as confident or not confident? I'd have to make a judgment assessment. I don't know. Like potentially some people might say yes or no. It doesn't matter. I just need to be me. If I think about you right now, are you coming across as confident or not confident? Again, I think people have different, I would say you're coming across as confident with the way that you're holding yourself. Other people would say, oh, well, I think maybe he's holding back. It doesn't really matter. There's just Ali. You just be Ali, full stop. And we can only be who we truly are whenever we can truly connect to truth. When we return that quest, returning to who we are, the truth of who we are, and acting from a place of love.